5 methods to organize your day and grow your business. Sometimes our focus on success at work can cause us to put a priority on things like our well-being over relationships and activities outside of work. The importance of having an effective life balance cannot be underestimated because good health is important, not only for our physical, emotional, and mental well-being, but also for our career. In today's modern world of business, you can just set your computer or open up your doors and simply expect to make money. To be successful in business, you must be flexible and have good planning and organization skills. Most people start a business thinking that they'll just have to sell or offer service, and that's it, only to realize it is much more difficult than they thought. Luckily, you are in real estate heaven, and we've produced a list of the 5 methods to organize your day and grow your business. Remember that while the first step is completing any of these amazing videos, the second and possibly more important step is taking action, even if it's imperfect action. Those experiencing the Great Recession and put forth an effort that can make a difference in their careers, with an emphasis on proving their worth to stay employed. Employees unintentionally overwork themselves. Today's portable electronic devices have blurred boundaries in the workplace and personal life. With this technology, you can be accessible to your supervisor, co-workers, and customers 24 hours a day. In workplaces where workloads are constantly increasing due to endless technological advances, more and more workers are feeling overwhelmed, discouraged, and depleted. In 2006, 53% of employees believed they had a good work-life balance, according to a corporate executive board report. In 2009, that number decreased to 30%. Many of today's employees are so busy making a living that they have no time to make a life. Numerous studies have shown that professional employees who have a full and well-balanced life can not only work better, but also perform better. Balanced employees are often more productive, while the more successful companies foster their employees' health and wellness to get more out of their talents. Work-life balance is one of the most important qualities in an employee's job. The second most important quality in an employee's life is compensation. According to a poll by research company Hire.com, employees who feel overworked work 21% less when they have a better work-life balance. Taking your time in planning is key to avoid making the wrong moves. Use these 5 tips to ensure success when you want to start up a business. Number 1. Establish your priorities. Rank everything you have going on in your life, and make sure to include personal business tasks, your friends and family, and personal interests. The most important items should be at the top of the list. It's important to be honest with yourself when ranking your priorities. For example, if you're just starting to see someone, a brand new relationship will not be as high priority as your business. Prioritizing your top priorities means you can spend time on the most important activities. This method also helps you plan for when things change, and they always do, to make sure you stay ahead of the game and are focusing on what really matters. Reflect on the most important things to you by asking yourself what you should start doing, stop doing, continue doing, do more of and less of. Analyze your time audit with these key questions. What did I just start doing? What can I stop doing? What should I continue to do? What tasks or activities should I focus on now? Managing tasks efficiently can be done by ticking each box off your task list as you complete them. Tagging specific tasks used to get completed during the day will help you remember what needs to get done while also creating a nice visual split calendar of events. When you know you are most productive on a day-to-day basis, block off that time for the highest priorities. If we wait until we have no more work to do before stopping, then it will take us far too long to complete that task, which leaves little time for downtime. Instead of checking your daily emails or phone every few minutes, plan your day ahead and fill it with necessary work. With the growing popularity of software as a service or SaaS tools, some businesses require more complex software. To meet this need, many companies have developed their own set of tools to increase organization. Some favorite examples include Slack and Zoom. Number 2. Don't be afraid to say no. Work smarter, not harder. Managing time effectively is important for all levels of work, and that includes the receptionist and CEO. You can reduce stress on yourself by adopting the right practices, like using technology to be more organized, grouping emails and voice messages, avoiding procrastination, and learning to say no. Sometimes it's difficult for people to say no to requests, but trying to please everyone will take away time from work. Don't feel bad about declining last-minute meetings or using voicemail. Work on your top priorities. Don't do things out of guilt. Use time wisely instead. It is difficult at first to say no to work, but with a significant increase in productivity, you will soon see that saying no is actually beneficial to both your work life and your mental health. If you find yourself working late to the point where your boss notices, it's an indication that you need to decrease your workload and create boundaries. And if you tend not to prioritize yourself, tell your boss what your work and personal goals are, so they can use that information to better cater to those needs in future. Number 3. Learn when to ask for help. If you are overwhelmed at work and experience undue stress, don't think you have to handle it on your own. Asking for help can alleviate some of the problems you're encountering and provide a meaningful, balanced perspective that may bring new insights. If unresolved stresses are perpetual, or if you continue to find yourself struggling to maintain a life balance, by all means, speak with someone, be it your boss or an outside professional like your company's Employee Assistance Program or EAP, or counseling services. It's important to periodically review your life and how it is divided between work, relationships, and personal care. Things change over time, so it wouldn't make much sense to keep the same lifestyle from before. The best way to make adjustments accordingly is studying how you currently spend your time. Don't feel overwhelmed by thinking that you need to make big changes all at once. Even if you implement just a few strategies from these tips, they will have a positive and measurable impact on yourself. Start with one clear goal, then add another and another. Number 4. Leave work at work. Cutting ties with the outside world from time to time, such as at night or on a regular basis throughout the week, can help us recover from stress and give us space for new thoughts and ideas to emerge. Unplugging can include leaving work emails or social media accounts behind on a daily commute. It is important for team members and your manager to understand what your work limits are so that they can respect those boundaries. Letting them know that you are engaged in personal activities can ensure the meeting goes smoothly. In order to establish boundaries and communicate them clearly, set guidelines that are appropriate for your personal life as well as at work. For example, many people will decide not to work late on a regular basis if they can fit this into their schedule. It's also important to make time during the weekend or after work hours to be home with family and friends. It's important to establish temporary breaks for your work and personal life in order to limit the amount of time you spend at work. Listening to music or recorded books during your evening commute allows you to transition from the office and enjoy a few minutes of peace and quiet. When exercising at the fitness center or running errands, it serves as an active break from the intensity of your normal work hours while still allowing some free time throughout the day. Finally, keeping personal appointments are a great way to keep yourself compartmentalized between work and personal life. While you don't want the 20 minutes extra every day at the office creeping into hours more often. Try to take a break from your work and disconnect from work responsibilities, even when you're away from the office. No one said success would always come easy, and that includes entrepreneurs who need a break from their jobs, as well as others who sign up for ideas such as starting a business. Number 5. Make time for you and your relationships. When it comes to work-life balance, the best course of action is for you to make conscious decisions about what makes you happy in your daily life. Find time for activities that you enjoy and prioritize them. It's important to take some time for yourself. Schedule a day of rest or indulge in small pleasures daily. Spend at least 30 minutes without distractions in order to recharge your batteries. And you will benefit from everything else in your life too. Connect with the spiritual source and draw strength from them. Believe in God or a higher power and they may light up the way. Scheduling a week of rest every once in a while can help you refocus when things get hectic. Prevent burnout and make time for yourself. Create boundaries by putting restrictions on what you can use at work and your personal time. Look into using separate computers, phones, or online portals so that when you're working, you're in the work mode, and when you're not working, you're leisure mode. An expert recommends setting specific work hours. Whether you work from home or at an office, you should determine when you will work and when you will stop working. Otherwise, you might find yourself answering work-related emails late at night, on weekends during vacation, said the experts. Try planning in advance for romantic and family dates, even with your significant other. This will give both parties time with each other without work-life conflict. You should still have a healthy balance of personal relationships with work, since work keeps you busy. Being connected to technology can be draining, which is why it's important to take time to reconnect with blood family. Schedule downtime and focus on the people that are most important in your life, such as family and friends. Turn off electronic devices for a certain amount of time every week or every evening so you can give attention to what's truly important, says Lambert. Spend some time each week for yourself that isn't related to work. Making personal relationships a priority instead of anything else will benefit you too. People who place extreme importance on it are even able to increase their productivity and effectiveness at the same time. Relationships with family members are the most satisfying thing in life, and they always need to be cared for. A job or career has to be balanced during these tough days. Find some other activities that can fall into your schedule as a hobby. Those who have managed to remain agile in their careers over the last few years often cite that as one of the most significant factors. Recent research found that in the past 7 years, employers have granted a greater degree of flexibility to their employees and that this has been lasting. The need for employers to provide benefits is only getting stronger, but with fewer resources available to do so, said Ken Mattis of the Families and Work Institute. Many companies are finding a way to meet this demand by offering more benefits that exist outside of the direct costs of the insurance premiums. Despite today's labor market, the workforce must find ways to offer the flexibility necessary to retain top talent. As we look ahead, it is clear that in order to remain competitive, employers need to offer flexible work options if they want to attract and retain top talent, said Hank Jackson, President and CEO of the Society for Human Resource Management. What is the best way for your business to grow? Running your business lean is a way to provide an advantage in the marketplace by focusing on just a few products, scaling up instead of down, and providing some sort of obvious edge over your competitors. Because businesses are growing at their own rate, it is often out of the control of the principal owners or workers to be able to attract customers or increase revenue quickly. How do you increase sales? There are a few different ways to increase sales. One is to advertise and grow your client base that already purchased your website. Another is to refer new customers from current clients. Every customer gets anything they need on your site, so build an email list of interested prospects. And if a product line doesn't bring in enough revenue, it can affect your bottom line. What makes a successful startup? Business success is an elusive concept that is difficult to quantify. However, if it means generating returns for stakeholders, and startups are an excellent way to do so, as a startup with a good product or service and a scalable business model. The best business will be able to pivot quickly in order to stay relevant in the market and when opportunities present themselves. According to 2021 data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, approximately 20% of new businesses fail during the first 2 years of being open, 45% during the first 5 years, and 65% during the first 10 years. Only 1/4 of new businesses make it to 15 years or more. If you want to be among that 1/4, rigorous attention to these 9 tips is a good start, but certainly not exhaustive. Being a business owner means being in a state of constant learning and adapting. Did you enjoy today's video? Or you have other tips in mind you want to add besides what is mentioned in this video? Let us know in the comment section below. That's it for this video, Real Estate Heaven fan. Remember to subscribe to our channel. And if you feel like we've delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person, as a token of your appreciation for the hard work we put into making content that educates and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you'll start to see results. See you soon!